Hello, my cherished ducklings. I'm Peri, Lyons, New York City celebrity psychic, and you are you, which is a very good thing to be. And today, I'm going to be taking calls. We have a kind of freaky accuracy rate. Freaky accurate accuracy. Hello, Department of Redundancy Department. So we've a high accuracy rate, and that's probably because A, I was born with a natural gift, but probably B, 12 years ago, I managed to get myself hit in the head with a piano. I know, it makes me sound like a Warner Brothers cartoon character. Why not an anvil, you ask? No, it was a piano. Long story, but ever since then, I've been able to sort of know things I shouldn't be able to know. Not that I'm complaining. So I'm really happy to be here. I love my cherished ducklings, and I just want to chant. Sorry, it is really hot here, and my AC is on the fritz, and I'm a little. If I start like speaking in tongues or snake handling, just stop me, basically. But I'm here for your questions, and we have like a verifiable sort of 90 to 92% accuracy rate. I know what I was going to say. So call in from wherever you are, and while you're finding the number on your screens, I am going to tell you a little bit about this week's installment in the history of psychicness. I'll probably come up with a better title, but we're going to work on that for now. Last week, we talked about Tennessee Claflin and Victoria Woodhull, two psychics in the 19th century, the 1800s, who advocated for women's right to vote. They were suffragettes. They were free love advocates, which meant that they espoused the pleasure and the propriety of sex, not necessarily within the bounds of marriage. And they were also founded the first investment bank in New York. I know, sounds crazy, but it's true. Today, we're going to talk quickly about the Oracle of Delphi, who was in Delphi, Greece. By the way, I just love Greeks. All of my friends are Greek or Canadian. So hi to all of you Greek and Canadian friends. Anyway, the Oracle of Delphi was about 3,000 years ago. She was considered to be the high priestess of Apollo, who was the god of the sun, and very, very cute and very hot. Yeah, sorry, isolate me. So there would always be a high priestess of Apollo at his temple in Delphi. Stay with me, this gets good. And she was called the Pythoness. I'm not sure why, but it's a cool name, so we're keeping it. And she would lie in this hammock, sort of suspended above a fissure or crack in the cave, in the rock. She was in a cave. I forgot to mention that, but she was in a cave. And through that would come natural sort of hallucinogenic gases. So she was suspended above that. And next to her was a burner in which she would also put sort of hallucinogenic or psychotropic, we'll say, drugs that had smoked and had fumes. Also, she drank like a fish. So pretty much she was, psychic or not, she was having a good time. But the Oracle at Delphi was very famous. And for hundreds of years, it was a different oracles. One died off, they'd get a new one. Don't ask me how. An ad in Craigslist. And there was this cave that you would have to enter, and kings and emperors and empresses and mighty, mighty people would come to the oracle, and they would ask her questions, like very important questions, like, should we burn down the city of Sparta and sow the fields with salt? That's hard to say. Or should I topple that king and seize his throne? And stuff like that. She would answer in verse, and sometimes her answers were a little tricky. So you had to be a little careful about how you interpreted them. Now I guess I don't think she's still there. And now I think we would ask more modern day questions like, probably not, should I burn down the city of Sparta and sow the fields with salt? More along the lines of, does Ashley in accounting think I'm cute? But so that's kind of the tale of the Pythoness the Oracle of Delphi. And hi, Casey, in Elyria, Ohio. Elyria, what a beautiful name. And Casey's also a beautiful name. Give me 3 minutes. We're just going to quickly do the tarot weather, where we're going to predict psychic weather for the next week. And I'm going to spontaneously, seriously, close my eyes and pick 3 cards. And here we go. And this is going to be for the week coming up, starting today. So the first card is first few days. Second card is middle of the week. Third card is like sort of Monday to Wednesday. Wow, these are nice cards. I'm glad I picked these. So hang out with me, Casey. And Casey, while you're waiting, I'm going to ask you to do the vagus nerve breath, VAGUS, which is where you breathe in deeply and then breathe out as though you're blowing out a birthday candle. It can sound like a whoopee cushion, not that dignified, but the longer you do that breath, the more relaxed and more sort of activated your vagus nerve is, which kind of regulates the central nervous system, which is a good thing. Just trust me on that. Okay, the first card is the Ace of Pentacles, which says to me, aces and tarot, as in poker, are good things. Aces are always the beginning of a new cycle. And this cycle has to do with prosperity. If you're seeing like this huge hand coming out of the sky with a coin, it generally is considered a good thing. Either that or, like the Oracle of Delphi, you might be suspended over a fissure filled with psychotropic gases, but probably not. So this is a really good card in that it indicates a little financial windfall. It indicates the beginning of a cycle in which you're more attuned to the fact that money is all around us. That doesn't mean you can go take somebody else's, but it does mean that once you get out of the headset of worry, thinking about money with worry and fear and that stuff, and start to think about money as your friend and somebody you work well with and all of that good stuff. Essentially what this means is there's money coming to you in some form or other at the beginning of this week. Okay, yay. This is an interesting card. The Two of Wands. This guy is dressed a little like Christopher Columbus, and he is, as you'll see, holding a globe up. This means that you've started a project and you've taken a few steps into it. You've sort of come up with the idea, kind of seeing how it goes. And this is the moment where you're deciding, do I stay here and finish this, or should I ditch this and do something else? My advice would be, if you've started a project of any kind in the last week or two, or even month, stick with it. As you can see, he's looking at the globe in his hand and reassuring himself that the earth is in fact round, which it is. Don't listen to anybody who tells you it's not. And he's sent his ships off into the sunset, but he's telling them they'll come back, telling himself they'll come back laden with gold, and so will yours. Stick with whatever project this is, and it's going to be successful. Oh, and I love this. Is awesome. The third card, not picked beforehand, is the World card, which means success in something only you can do in a way only you can do it. It doesn't necessarily mean that, like this young lady, you have to take off all your clothes, put on a purple scarf, and dance around in some laurel leaves while animals look at you. Although if that's your idea of a good time, knock yourself out. But this does mean the world is worldly success. It means positive attention and support for whatever endeavor this is that you want support for. It's very good cards. So I love doing that. So to sum up, this week begins with a little windfall. This could be as small as winning a $10 scratch-off card, which I actually happened to do this morning. I never do scratch-off, but sometimes. So, and the important thing is notice, no matter how small or big the windfall that comes early this week is, just take notice and be grateful. Bigger stuff's coming. And now we're going to go to Casey. Are you still there, Casey?
Yes, I'm listening.
Oh, good. Thank you, love. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm awesome. Thank you. So I like to connect people through their birthdays. So I'm going to ask you to tell me your birthday. And then if you have
November
a question.
18th.
Oh, you're an 18th too. Cool. Oh, a Scorpio. Love Scorpios here. All right. It sounds like you have a very specific question. You have a sort of a business-like tone. So how can I help you the most?
I just wanted to know about my future, like what's coming to me.
About your
Is my life
future
going to
or
get better?
hold on a second, let me
This is
see.
like my present.
Have you been having like the same problem over and over and over again for about 2.5 years?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Um, but I think actually, and I'm not just, as you know, if you watch the program regularly, I don't just say stuff. Um, I think there's um, an old pattern. How can I put this? Okay, in my own life, I've noticed sometimes in the past I would be working through like a childhood family uh, role. So, for instance, let's say in your family, you're sort of the scapegoat and everybody kind of blames you and you get used to accepting blame and then you feel responsible for everybody. And it's a pattern you repeat in your life until you finally work through it. And it feels like there's a pattern from your family of origin that you're repeating over and over in your life, but it feels like it's ready to leave. And that pattern has to do with like abandonment. It feels like even though you do the right thing and you're a lovely person, it feels like for the past 2.5 years, um, people have just been vanishing. That's going to stop, and it's going to stop soon. Is that true?
Yes, very true.
Thank you. Um, so here's what I'd like you to do. Every morning, I'd like you to just get up and say, "Hello, world. You're lucky to have me," or say something that makes you feel like you're worthy because you're a really good person. This is what's so confusing about these patterns. And this pattern really is about to change for you. Like, honestly, it's going to change like in the next week. Um, and so I don't know why this stuff happens, but I guess if you're one of those people who says everything happens for a reason, um, I guess we're given these things to sort of learn lessons for our soul to get bigger or whatever. For whatever reason, here's what's happened to you in the last couple of years. You've done everything right. You've had integrity. You have stuck around when other people haven't, like for people who needed you. You have shown up for friends, and somehow you're not getting any credit for that. And it's really annoying to me as I see this for you. Let me do this too. I'm just going to do a little Reiki on you quick. Okay. Okay. So it feels like starting next week, you're no longer open for business for people who abandon you. And starting towards August and September, those people are going to start coming back. So hold the fort. For now, do things that make you happy. I want you to be radically selfish because your idea of selfish is other people's idea of being Mother Teresa. You are not a selfish person. I want you to be what you would consider selfish. There's also, it feels like some sort of love life thing coming back around in August. I can't wait a minute. Hold on. I'm not sure if I'm right about this. It feels like you had a breakup during that time, but I think this person's
No,
going to
I'm
come back
currently in a
around.
relationship and have been for a little long time.
Okay. Then I have 91% accuracy, but there's that tricky 9% that sometimes screws up. So sorry about that.
No, it's okay.
Oh, yeah. No, I like this person. Ah, oh, that's interesting. I think I read that wrong. Essentially, doing this job is like playing charades with people I can only half see, my guides. So I'm going to rephrase the thing about somebody coming back into your life. I think something's going to happen in August in your relationship. Ah, okay. That is going to have to do with somebody or something, your partner in your partner's life that he, she, or they thought they lost or there's going to be some sort of reunion. It's going to be good. Something is happening in you and your partner's life in August. That's going to be good. It's going to be surprising. It's going to be good. But yes, and the people, I can tell you really strongly that your future is it's looking a lot better than the last 2.5 years. I'm really sorry you went through that.
Well, thank you. And that makes me feel so much better.
Am I allowed to say that it sucks that you went through that? Producer, is that okay?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm allowed to say it sucks.
Yes.
Yeah. My producer's just like, sure. Yeah, because am I right? Is what I said, does that feel accurate to you? Because I'm feeling it really strongly.
Yes, it's accurate, like 100%.
Good, I'm so glad. And when those people come back, send them to New York. I'll kick their butts and send them back to you because, and you don't have to take any of them back. The other thing is, I'll tell you that in September to October, it feels like you're either going to be changing jobs or going up a notch or whatever you do for work. I think you're going to be changing. There's a little more money coming in, and there are better people coming in. Got it. You're going to be around then, September, October, you're going to be doing something that puts you into a community of people. You know how, like, if you join a church or whatever, you'll be you've got some really good people coming up. So sod those other people, and you've got a lot of good karma working for you. Because
great. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, my love. And let me know how you're doing. My name is Peri Lyons, PeriLyons. I'm on Facebook or PeriLyons.com. Just drop me a line because I care. And I'm nosy too. All right.
I will. And thank you so much.
All right, love. Thank you so much. I get the coolest people on this show. Here, take care, love. While we're waiting for the next caller, that was Danielle in Raleigh, North Carolina is ready. So, or Danielle, are you there? Hi, baby.
Yes.
I love the name Danielle. How are you today?
Doing good. How are you doing?
Good. Is it bloody hot there as it is here?
Yes.
So, all right, my love, I like to connect to people through their birthdays. So I'm going to ask you when your birthday is.
February 27, 1984.
Oh, I love that day. So you're like early issue Pisces. You're in the Pisces part of Pisces. Yeah, we love I'm a Pisces. I'm at the other end of Pisces, but rock on. What is it? Why are Pisces women so cool? And Pisces men, I mean, God bless them, but they're very charming, but they're very weak. Sorry, any Pisces man who's listening. It's true. I'm sorry. I'm not apologizing for it. All right, baby. How can I help you? Right? Am I right? Pisces women are badasses.
I wanted to know as far as my career is concerned, because right now I'm having a bit of issue with struggling financially, and I just wanted to know, will that improve? Will that get better?
Yeah, you're working beneath. I want you to take bigger risks. I want you to go out there and get a job that's scary for you to even apply for. Hold on. What are you good at? Oh, you're good with kids.
Yeah, I have 3 daughters. I'm currently doing truck driving at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not sure if that's the right career path. I'm just, I don't know. I'm just struggling financially. I'm just trying to figure out.
Oh, sweetie. Let me pick a couple of cards for you. Stay right there. Oh, cool. All right. Well, the first card wants to acknowledge and thank you for your hard work as a mom. The Empress card is the card. Interestingly, it's card not only of the mother, the Empress, but it's the card of a prosperous mother. So this is kind of a reassuring card for you.
Wow.
Oh, and you do have some sort of new start coming up with the Ace of Wands. This says to me, if you use your days off to kind of look around or see what you actually would like to do. And the Queen of Pentacles says to me that this is a good time for you to do that. But you are going to make some money. You're going to be a little more financially solvent. Um, it feels to me like one of your kids is out of the house, right? Because it feels like two are kind of grown-ish and one is sort of smallish. Is that right?
Yeah, I have my youngest daughter with me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Awesome.
And my dog.
Grownish, smallish. But so the two grownish ones you don't have to worry about, but they're fine. Boy, are they different. Holy mackerel. Those two daughters are really different than each other.
Yes, they are. My youngest is a Pisces as well.
Yeah, that's what I got. Your youngest and you are really bonded. She's adorable. Your kids are cool. I love your kids. Wow. And I think it's the oldest is a real badass. She's a real go-getter. But the youngest is just adorable. Is the youngest in March? Is her birthday in March?
How do you? Yes, March.
That's my job, right. Baby. I'm good at my job. Don't ask me to balance a checkbook. Don't ask me to walk a straight line without tripping over a decimal. But I'm good at my job. Thank you. So, I think really think you're going to be okay. I think there's some stuff. You'd be really good. You're really good in sales. I think that's a natural talent for you. You'd be good in childcare, but honestly, small children are like portable petri dishes, and don't go there. I like you in sales, and I like you in customer service because you're really not. People just like you. I like you. People like you. They do, and if also you might want to contact, and you can do this because our representatives are here to serve us. You can call your local representative's office, like your congressman or whatever, and you can ask if there are services that will help you get grants to get trained for things. I think you'd be a hell of a hair person. But there are, if you're in a certain income bracket, and who hasn't been at one time or another in his life, there are grants available. You can get like trade schools paid for, and you're really smart. You can do this. I really think I can really see you as a somebody who'd be great at hair or makeup, or that takes a year and a half to train for, and you can make stupid money. I would start thinking about that. That's where I'm really seeing you doing something that's skilled, that uses your terrific personality. And in the meantime, because trucking is so, I don't drive, so I can't really speak about trucking, except it just seems really cool that you do that. But it does take you away from home. And I want you to do something where people get to interact with you because you're just that cool. And I want people to interact with you because they will come away the better for it. That's all. And I think the more people you're around, the better you do. Isolation's not good for you. You're very social. Yeah. So, yeah. So that's what I think about, because I'm seeing things getting better. And I'm also seeing that you are actually one of the few people who's actually going to listen to what I'm saying and do some of this. I think you are going to look around and see if, I know hairdressing school doesn't sound exciting, but I think you could do really well at something like that, or some sort of trade, and something where you're interacting with people. Because here's the thing, as artificial intelligence comes in and is doing more writing and more people's jobs, there's no robot that is going to replace somebody who does your hair. It's not something that I'm seeing robots coming in and replacing anytime soon. And especially because you've got a really good personality. I think there's some job security in the jobs that kind of robots can't do. That makes sense?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. What do you like doing? If I may be so bold.
I mean, I like trucking, but I just feel like I want to be at home more to be with my, my family. So I want to make sure if something else that is financially, secure, so I can take care of them. I'm
also getting a strange psychic feeling. Woo! that there's something not far from where you live that's hiring, that might not be a bad thing to do while you're researching the other stuff. Let me see okay, you're here. And I'm not talking something like Home Depot. I'm talking something like nice that pays pretty well. I would go about 2.5 miles, I want to say north of where you are. And there's a little main street there. Something on that main street. I don't even know what the main street, maybe it's called Main Street, but it looks like it's in a sort of artistic part of town, but there's something there. Maybe it's more towards Raleigh. I'm sorry. Here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing, like, you know how cities big and small sometimes have these little sections where they have cute little houses that are painted different colors, and they're like cool little shops, and there's like sort of an RD district, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm talking. You got it. So this is about 2.5 miles, up to 4 miles away. It's north. It's more towards like Raleigh, whatever. And there's some businesses there that are, there's something on that block in that part of town for you. Whether it's like a hotel that's hiring, because you'd be very good at hotel work, like reception work. As I've said, people like you and you're trustworthy. It's very hard to find people to work in hotels, and that pays well. And you're trustworthy. You don't steal. You don't even think about it. You don't, you show up, you do your job, people like you, you go home. So there's something in that area. So, grab the smallish child, go there, buy her some ice cream, look around, and let me know what happens, because I care and I'm also nosy. I really think you've got some good stuff coming up. Please keep in touch. My name's Peri. Hi, I'm Peri Lyons. And find me on Facebook. Oh, you're welcome, gorgeous. And let me know.
You have a good one. I will. Too. Thank you very much.
Bye. I love my job. Thank you, guys. Thank you for being here. I get the best people calling in. And come back next Wednesday. We're on Moonstruck TV, A1R Radio. I think it's also called Ask 1R Radio. And I'm Peri Lyons. That's P as in pneumonia, E-R-I, Peri, like Periwinkle. Lyons is Lyons. You can find me at perilyons.com. Although, honestly, I must never check my website. But you can. Or find me on Facebook, Peri Lyons on Facebook. And just come back next week, because I just, I just love you. And that color looks great on you.